and welcome to Deadline Horror News for the week of August 19th, 2021. I'm Josh, and of course I'm joined here with my friends Donnie.
Hey.
And the Professor Smoke.
What's up?
And Will's, he rarely joins us for these videos, so he's not here. But we are from the All-American Spookshow Horror Podcast, and of course, as always, we want to remind you to like and subscribe down on the bottom there to the channel and click on the bell to be notified, so you know when these new videos go up. These Deadline Horror News come out every Thursday, so you can pretty much count on that. Of course, we want you to become a supporter of the Spook Show by going over to patreon.com/AASpookShow and sign up to become a patron. We have levels starting at $1, and it works all the way up to a goofy $1,000 level that no one will probably ever get. So just go over there and check that out and see what we have to offer. And of course, every Tuesday we have the famous attraction over there is the popular segment, The Library of the Professor, where Professor Smoke himself takes a curated selection from his personal collection and talks about it and gives his ratings and everything. So that's always a good time to be had. And that can only be seen at patreon.com/AASpookShow. I want to remind you that episode 69 of the podcast just came out this past Monday, and it's our latest movie review show, and we talked the 40th anniversary of The Howling from 1981. So 81 was a big year for werewolf movies, and of course we've been doing the Summer of the Wolf series all summer long, and that's coming to a close here at the end of August, but we're not done quite yet. Next week is episode 70. That's our next Spook Show Spotlight History of Werewolves wrap-up show, where we're going to have a special guest, Travis Roy of the Cinema 9 podcast. He'll be joining us on that one. So come back next Monday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. East for that, wherever you find your podcast, and listen to those. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the usual places. It should be there next Monday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. East, as the Summer of the Wolf series rolls on. So Donnie, what's the latest deadlines and horror news?
Well, you just mentioned Summer of the Wolf going on. Basically just wrapping up. There's a werewolf graphic novel. It's called Squad. It's actually going to be getting a series adaptation from Lionsgate. Now, Lionsgate has done Orange is the New Black, Power, and also it's going to be from Picture Start, which has produced the Twilight movies and the unreleased Borderlands movie. I think is going to be released sometime this year. Or, I'm not really sure on the release date for that. But the graphic novel is written by Maggie Takuda Hall and with art by Lisa Sturl. I've checked out some of Lisa Sturl's art. It looks pretty good, man. Yeah. Basically, what the premise of the graphic novel is follows Becca, which is it's a new girl in school. She realizes that the popular girls are not really girls; they're just werewolves who kind of prey on I don't want to say up and coming, but budding sexual predators, which is, I guess, if you're gonna, take some people out, that would be the people you want to take out.
Those are the ones that deserve it.
Yeah. So the graphic novel's gonna be published this fall, and then Lionsgate and Picture Start are gonna develop that for a series.
Sounds interesting enough to
check
out.
Yeah, I think so. Did you guys have any thoughts on?
I haven't read it. I mean, is this already out, or is it?
It's not even out, but I just wasn't sure if you guys have heard of
it's one of those deals. So it's one of those deals where like something gets picked up for series or whatever before the actual book is even like on the shelves to read.
I think it's the novel will be out this fall, so probably in a few months. And then the series.
So like it already, no one's even read it, other than those folks.
Yeah,
and it's already got a series order, so that's well,
interesting, definitely. But no, as far as other news in the, Shudder puts out, quite a lot of things. We'll get to more on Shudder in a minute, but Bloody Disgusting also produces quite a many of their own content. So the fourth installment of the VHS series is coming this October, and it's going to be on Shudder on October 6th, and it's the VHS 94. Have you guys seen any of the VHS films?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah. I know I watched the first one, and I may have watched the second one, but that was a while back. Like that was after they came out, so it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, I watched the first one. I don't think I watched any of the other ones. Not that there's nothing wrong with them. I just I think I watched the first one. And I just didn't get to it. But no, it's going to be directed by David Bruckner. He actually, for the first film, he did the Amateur Night segment. And he's also directed The Ritual, which is on Netflix. He co-directed The Signal, which I haven't seen. I don't know much about that one. But also, he's involved with the reimagining of Hellraiser, which will be on Hulu. But that's in production right now.
Well, I recall liking The Ritual when I watched that.
Yeah.
Back, so.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Piques my interest enough to check out.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I probably got to see the other ones. And that actually brought up a little conversation. My girlfriend and I, we found a movie on Netflix. It was like, part 3. She's like, let's just watch it. I was like, well, I haven't seen part 2. She's like, I don't give a shit. But yeah.
Who cares about story?
Yeah, right. Continuity, all that.
Those pesky things.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we were, said earlier we were going to mention Shudder again, and Shudder is coming out with a docu-series. It's going to shine the spotlight on horror villains. It's going to be called Behind the Monsters. So this is actually looks really, really interesting. Very, very cool. The debut season is going to cover 6 episodes, and each episode is going to focus on a single horror character. So the first season, Candyman, Chucky, Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, and Pinhead.
So pretty much all of the superstars right out the gate. Yeah. Yeah,
like it. Yeah. So it's basically with each episode covering that character, you're going to have interviews with the writers, directors, actors from the original films. So yeah, and along with other horror experts. Smoke, I didn't see you on the list, but
they forgot to call me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's in your email. Yeah.
Well, okay. We'll watch the series.
I didn't get the memo.
We'll watch the series and then we'll give our own 2 cents. So how about that?
That'll be cool. But no, that premieres October 26th, and there'll be new episodes every week.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely check that out. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I saw that there was at least one convention going on this weekend, and it is in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's called CreepyCon Knoxville 2021. That's this Friday, August 20th through this Sunday, the 22nd. You can get more information at creepyconknoxville.com. But what I pulled up was the price for a 1-day pass is $25, 3-day pass is $45, VIP pass is $100. I don't know what that entails. I'm sure you can go on the website and check that out. And kids 12 and under are free. Some of the highlights as far as guests are concerned, there was a handful. It looks like it's going to be more of like they're going to have like costume contests, and there's like a pageant, and there's like little small events and stuff going along with it. But some of the guests were Impact Wrestling wrestler Crazy Steve, Pat Miller from Maximum Overdrive, and this was pretty awesome. The Green Goblin head from Maximum Overdrive. I'm assuming that's just there for picture purposes. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool to check that out. But that'll be going on in Knoxville this coming weekend. Let's see the box office report from this past weekend, August 13th through the 15th. Number 10, I'll give you the top 10. Number 10 was Space Jam: A New Legacy. Let's see. Number 9, The Green Knight. Number 8, Stillwater. Number 7, Black Widow. Number 6, Old. That made $2.3 million for a total so far of $42.9 million in 4 weeks. Number 5, The Suicide Squad in its second week. That fell pretty hard, from its first week. Number 4, in its first week, a movie called Respect. I think that's about Aretha Franklin, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't have it pulled up right away, but I think it's like
It is.
Yeah. Like a biopic or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In its first week, it made $8.8 million. Number 3 was Jungle Cruise in its third week. Number 2, in its first week, Don't Breathe 2 made $10.6 million in its first week. And then number 1 in the box office, the big winner in its first week, Free Guy, the new Ryan Reynolds flick, made $28.3 million. So honestly, I'd kind of forgot that Don't Breathe 2 came out this past weekend. But
yeah, we were just talking about VFW offline.
Yeah. Same dude. So so there's that. New releases this week. Tomorrow in theaters, the big horror release in theaters this week is The Night House. That comes out tomorrow in theaters. And also tomorrow on video on demand, you can watch Demonic, Blood Conscious, and The Girl Who Got Away. Then next Tuesday on video on demand, The Last Matinee. And also the same day, Tuesday the 24th, on DVD, and I'm assuming Blu-ray, Funhouse and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It are released next Tuesday the 24th. And then next Wednesday the 25th on Netflix, a movie called The Old Ways. So I don't know what that one's about, but it sounds interesting enough to kick the tires on that. And one last note before we check out, the horror anniversary date this week. This is the anniversary of the death of writer, producer, director Jimmy Sangster. He passed away August 19th, 2011. So that's coming up today. Matter of fact, that was the anniversary of his passing. So I guess that's really all we have for this week. So hopefully if you're in the Knoxville area, go check out CreepyCon Knoxville. Plenty of new releases on video on demand, theaters, Netflix, all the headlines that we went through and everything. So I guess that'll wrap it up for this week's Deadline Horror News. So for Donnie and, of course, Will and the Professor Smoke, I'm Josh. We are the All-American Spookshow Horror Podcast, and come back next Thursday for another edition of Deadline Horror News.
See you guys.
Later.